Hello, hello, Facebook friends. It's Renee McLaughlin, Somatic Movement Educator, and I am here today to share with you one of my absolute favorite movement snacks. It's a somatic movement that it is called the Miracle Moment, and you're going to know why it's called Miracle Moment when you go along with me and try this move. I highly recommend you do it. I know you are going to be blown away doubly. One, by how much more range of motion you get with this particular snack. And secondly, this particular movement is meant to show you the value and the power of visualization. You know, visualization is so amazing. The brain doesn't really recognize the difference between what you think about and how it reacts and what might actually be happening out there. And that gives us so much possibility when we recognize the power of visualization. But in this particular movement snack, you're not just going to understand it here. You're going to feel and see the difference of what you can do with visualization. And we can talk a little bit about how you can use it in your day to really help you feel so much better. All right, you guys, are you ready? Love it if you do this with me. So here's what we're going to do. By the way, you can do this particular movement snack sitting in a chair as well as standing. I'm going to do it standing today. Same exact movement, do it in a chair. All right, so the first thing you're going to do, I'm going to say stand, having your feet right under here. Just really kind of commit to this posture so that you're really nice and solid here. All right, so you might have recalled in my other movement snacks, one of the main kind of principles with the brain learning is it loves contrast. So we'd like to kind of get a sense of where our range of motion is before we do our flow. Then we do our flow, and then we come back and test. And that's when we're always, oh my gosh, so blown away. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is test. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my one arm. I'm not going to say left or right. You do whichever one. We're going to do both of them. Just bring this one arm, just the one arm, all the way up to shoulder height. And I have my finger pointing. And now I want you to watch your finger, and you're going to go all the way around, allow your torso to go and your head just back to wherever you can go, no pain, no strain. Where does the body go right now? And then make a mental note on your back wall of where that is, and then bring that arm all the way back and drop it down. So that's your starting place for range of motion of your torso. This, by the way, really helps you release lots of tension, neck, shoulders, torso, head. You're going to see it. All right, so now we're going to actually start the flow. So all I want you to do is bring that arm back up again to shoulder height. Now this time you look straight ahead. You're just going to take this arm back around, and I want you to really feel what's happening. Just go back. You're going to start to feel your shoulder engage, shoulder blade. Again, just take it back to where it wants to go. Don't force it. And then you're going to bring it all the way back in front of the shoulder and drop that arm down. Pretty simple. Let's do it again. Let's bring it up and just take it straight back. Notice I'm not moving my torso and my head is staying straight. So right there, I'm starting to feel some nice contraction in my neck and shoulders. And then I'm going to bring that arm all the way back to the starting point. Drop it down. Let's do it one more time. 3 times are usually the charm with these. Bring it up. Bring it all the way around. Starting to feel like I can actually go a little bit further. You can kind of tell that. And then bring it all the way back and drop it down. We're going to change this up just slightly. So you're going to bring that arm up. And now as I bring my arm back, I'm going to turn my head to look over the opposite shoulder. And just notice again what you might be feeling. So I'm feeling a lot more up in my neck. And then as I bring that arm back, the head comes back to sit. Ready? And drop it down. Let's do it 2 more times. So you're going to bring that arm straight up. And as you bring it over to the back, the head turns the opposite way. Again, really nice to also do these with your eyes closed so you can really sense what muscles contract and then release as you're doing these moves. And drop it down. All right, so now let's test. That wasn't hard, was it? So let's bring that arm up. Now we're going to allow the torso to go with the head in that pointed finger and take it all the way back. Oh my gosh, look at how much more I got. I mean, almost like this much more in that range of motion just by doing that. Isn't that amazing? So that's your first miracle, like, oh my goodness. And now you might even notice you feel a lot looser up in that neck and shoulders. Now, the next one we're going to do with the other arm. Let's do the test first. So we'll keep our eyes open. Just bring that arm right back up from the shoulder. Same thing on this test one. You will go ahead, follows the finger. Again, just to wherever it feels right. Notice on the wall where that is. Then bring it all the way back and drop the arm down. Now, here's your second miracle. Instead of doing it physically, I'm going to talk you through it. You're going to do the same exact thing with this arm, but you're going to visualize it instead of actually doing it physically. All right, play with me. Here we go. So shutting your eyes, I want you to visualize yourself bringing that arm up shoulder height. You can have your little finger out and then begin to bring that arm around to the back. Now remember, on this one, the head stays forward. The only thing that goes back is that arm. And you can even visualize feeling maybe some contraction up in that shoulder. Then bring that arm all the way back to the shoulder and back up, and then drop it straight down to your waist, just like we did. Let's do that again. Visualizing bringing the arm right up from the shoulder. Then you're going to bring it around all the way to the back, just again to wherever it wants to go. You'll visualize that. Good. And now begin to bring that arm all the way back to the front, right at shoulder height, and lower the arm back down. Let's do one more, 3 times the charm. Bring the arm up, visualize it. Visualize taking that arm all the way back. Might even visualize what you're feeling, or kind of feel it almost, even though I'm saying visualize, right? But it's still a feeling process. Then bring that arm all the way back, shoulder height, and drop it down. Now we're going to visualize doing it with the head turn. So bring that arm back up, shoulder height. Begin to bring the arm around to the back, and at the same time, you're turning your head towards the opposite shoulder. So now we're asking you to visualize 2 different kinds of movements. Can you do it? Did the brain get a little confused? Let's bring everything all the way back. So the arm comes all the way back and the head comes back forward, and drop the arm. Visualizing it another time. Bring that arm back up, shoulder height. Begin to bring that arm around, and as you do, the head turns to the opposite shoulder. And now bring it all back. Head comes back level as you bring that arm back to the shoulder height and drop the arm. One more time with the head. You ready? Bring that arm up in your mind. Bring it around, and as you're bringing it around, the head turns to the opposite shoulder. Pause. And then let's visualize yourself bringing the head back as you bring the arm all the way back to the shoulder height and dropping it. All right, are you ready for your second miracle moment? Here's what I want you to do. We're going to go back and test now. That same arm you just visualized, bringing the arm straight up. You can have your finger out, and let's take it around. All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. And look at how much more you got. Probably about the same amount that you got on the other arm that you did it physically. Isn't that amazing? It really is a miracle when you recognize that just by visualizing it, you got the same physical results. Now think about how powerful that is and how you might be able to use that in your day, especially if you're not feeling really well. So I'll give you an example of this. I was teaching a Gentle Somatic class last night, and there was a move that I could see somebody was having a little bit of difficulty with. So she did it okay on the one side, the movement, and she went to try and do it on the other side, and I could tell whether that hip was in pain or whatever issue she had. And so I just said, hey, you know what? Don't you have to do it? Just go ahead and visualize it. And she did, and later she told me, wow, that was amazing. So visualizing the movement is really powerful. And I'd love to hear how you use some visualization to help yourself feel better. Share with me on my page, on the Epic page. I'd love some feedback. And thank you. Somebody just said, wow. And that's it. Miracle Movement is a wow movement. So I hope you enjoyed that movement snack. Don't forget to continue to do your hunches and you're bringing it back so you release all the fascia and the tension in your neck and shoulders and the foot sliders. So you get it back there. So now you've got that, you've got neck, you've got full range of motion sideways, and now you even understand how to use visualization to help you look and feel your best. Thanks, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I love sharing movement snacks with you. And I really want you to understand that movement truly is medicine. We move to heal. When we don't feel well, it's so hard, I know, to want to get up and move, but I'm here to tell you, when you're doing very gentle, nice, soft movements, working in the fascia, pumping that lymphatic system, it will give you energy. It won't exhaust you. So thanks again for listening, and I'll see you again next Wednesday at 4 right here. Let's see what fun movement snack I might have up my sleeve for next week. In the meantime, have a beautiful day, a beautiful week. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Take good care.